Hi everybody and welcome to this episode of 730 Cup of Tech. Today I'm going to be sharing a site with you that I've been using since 2013, and we have a whole bunch of people who have been starting to jump onto this site because it really is extremely user-friendly and really functional for your classroom. We're going to be talking about Smore. And that smore.com is where you go. So let me just show you how this works. So even if you've used it, maybe you'll pick up a little trick here today. And if you haven't used it, maybe you want to think about using this. Smore.com is a place where you can put information you would like to use in your classroom on one page. That's extremely easy to navigate. You can do newsletters, you can share photos, you can share websites, you can share videos. You have all kinds of things that you can share through here. So the first thing you do is you go to smore.com and then you create an account. And once you create an account and it opens, you'll see something that looks kind of like what you see on the screen right here. Now, I have a lot of newsletters in here because remember I said I started this in 2013. So it's been a long time since I've been using it. And you've probably gone to it before and never even quite realized that's where you were going if you ever watched any of the instructional tutorials that I've put together. Now, when you're in here, if you've already created Smore, it's all they are is just their newsletters that you create. When you've created a Smore, all you have to do is click on it. You can open it. Let me open this one, for instance, and then you can see everything that you've added inside of that Smore. Now, I have a paid account. I pay for the educator account because I was able to get a really good discount on being able to do that. But the free option is fantastic too. You can do an awful lot with the free program that you would sign up for. It's just that it doesn't have all of the bells and whistles enabled for you. But when we come in here, let me just go back over to the home page here for it. And let's just start at the beginning and I'll show you what you can do. You just go up on the top and you click Start a Newsletter. And you even have down here Start a Newsletter. It opens and you choose what you would like to have for your newsletter. They all have little different formats that you can use, but if you're using it in school, probably class is the one that you're going to click. And then it opens, and inside the title, in the header that you have here, you can come in here and you can change this to anything that you would like. So I'm just going to call it Our Newsletter. And you can add a subtitle if you want. And let's just say for grade 3. Let's just say we have that. Then you click Done. Boom, there it is. So easy to be able to use. They do a lot of the work for you in here. Now, if you would like, you can change some of your options. If you look right over here in the right window, you can go to colors and you can choose colors. Now, because I subscribe, I have more options for colors, but any of these colors that they have on the top will work great for you. You also can choose some fonts that if you'd have some fonts that you would really like to be able to use with all of this. So don't be afraid to click on any of those fonts that you'd like to use. You can click Done Editing at any time and it will have your newsletter saved for you in just whatever format you happen to have. And you may have noticed that it's saved just now, so it does the auto saving for you. But here's what's really nice. You can use the template that they have in here if you would like, or you can just design your own. So you could come in here and you could just click all these little X's over on the side and you can remove those if you would like. So let me just remove some of these in here because maybe I don't want to have all those because I want to control everything that's on here. But I am going to leave this one. So you'll notice with this layout they have text over on the left side and they have a photo over on this side. If you'd like to change that, you can just click the little side arrows. Now the photo is on the left side and the text is on the right side. So you can change that to be however you'd like, or even no photo at all. But let's just come on back in here. So now we want to add a picture. So if I click on Add a Picture, I can go in and I can choose any photo that I would like to be able to use for this. So I'm going to just choose, we have 2 of our custodians in the district here. I'm going to put those fine gentlemen in here who do an awesome job. And then I can go in and I can put a title. We'll do outstanding custodians, and then you can just enter some text if you'd like. When you're done, click done. Boom. It's that easy to be able to do things with. You can also come up here, you can click edit, and edit will allow you to go back in and make the changes you'd like. Now, down on the bottom is where you can add more stuff to your newsletter. And you'll see you can add just text if you'd like. You can put a picture in. You can add an event. To add a file, that's in the Pro version, and they let you know that in here. Some of these don't always work for the computer. Like, for instance, form. If I would click I want to add a form, I would really like to maybe add a form that would come from my 365. Well, it even says in here, only Google Forms are supported for now. So not everything is enabled, and they've had that on there for a long, long time. And so, but here's the one thing I do like. Let's say you want to add a video into your newsletter for the students. You could go to, let's just say we want to go over to YouTube. And we come to YouTube in here. Okay, here's one, Tom Brady's first and last pass. All right, so if we would say we would click on this video right here, and we'd click share, grab the URL for that video, come back over to Smore. Now we're going to drop that video in. We can just paste that link in, click embed. Look at that. Now you have a video on the page. So when your students or your parents come into your Smore, they don't even have to go out of your Smore. They can watch the video directly inside of your Smore. So that, I mean, that it doesn't get really much easier than that. You can also add some audio files in here. Not everything is supported with that, but you kind of have to experiment to find out. But the one that's really, really helpful is the button. So you can add a button in, and you can say, let's say you want to link over to your web page that you have. And then you can copy your web page link. You can paste that in here. You can click open link in a new window. You can even add some text if you would like. And then you can just click done. And now they just have that nice little button to be able to click on. And you've seen all these before. And if you were looking in my classroom management tools that I have right here, for instance, these are buttons right here. And some of those you can see where I added text underneath. So when you click on those, it takes you over to the site that you have. Talk about a wonderful way to be able to share that information. Now, one of the big things is, especially in the paid version, you have a lot more capabilities to do this, but you never want to forget that when you're in your Smore that you are creating. So I want to just come back over to here. And I lost where I had put that ad in here for right now. It's still here. I'd have to go all the way through my S'mores in order to be able to find it. One of the things that you'll see when you come into your Smore is that right up on the top here, you have copy or embed link. When you click on that copy or embed link, that's where you can get the link, or if you're embedding it somewhere on a web page so it'll automatically open, you can copy that right here. Another thing that is handy is when you're in your edit your newsletter and then you're all done, you just click those publish changes and it brings you up right up in here. Also, a really important thing to use is the newsletter settings down in the bottom. Click the newsletter settings. You can turn off a lot of the options that you have in here, and you want to not forget to make it public. It defaults to private. You want to put it on public in here, and I always just disable any of these buttons, and then you just click your save settings when you're done, and you've got everything saved right back again. Smore is fantastic. It's a great organizational tool for your classroom, and it really does make an attractive way to be able to deliver information to students and particularly to the parents of the students and to our community. So if you haven't checked out Smore and any of this looks interesting to you, give it a try. You don't have anything to lose by trying it. And like I said, you can use the free version, and you have a lot of options open with the free version. So again, smore.com. Thanks so much for attending this week's 7:30 Cup of Tech, and I hope to see you again in our next episode. Take care, everybody.